In this video, we're going to show you how to use the alpha channel video to create a transparent background. This is much easier than removing green screen. It's much cleaner, it's faster. We're going to be using the DaVinci Resolve software for this. You can follow along in your own software. I'm sure if you're familiar with how to use your software, you can figure it out. But in this particular case, we'll be doing a step-by-step tutorial of how to do it with DaVinci Resolve. First step, of course, is to drop the media into the media pool. So we're going to look for the files, which are 3 video files. One that has the alpha channel, the lip sync off, excuse me, and the lip sync on, or rather the lips off and lips on, which will enable us to create the lip sync manually to whatever audio file that we have. So what we're going to do is drag that in place, look for our audio file, drag that in place as well, and now we're ready to begin. So first what we're going to do is drag the off file onto the timeline in the video section. Okay, now unfortunately when I did these recordings, audio was also put in place, although there was no audio on the recording. So what you want to do is lock the video file to make it easier for yourself and get rid of the audio. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing for the on video. Put that in the timeline. As you can see down here, we have another audio file. So we're going to lock her in the timeline there and then get rid of that audio as well. All right, and so we're going to give ourselves a little room so that we can see what we're doing in our timeline. And then, of course, we're going to drag the audio file down into the audio section. And now we're all set. We have our 3 main video files in place, or rather 3 main files in place so that we can start editing it. Okay, so the first thing we want to do, we want to create a transparent background. So how we do this is we head over to this color wheel here, click on it, and now you have our 2 video files here. Okay, so you need to click on either one of them, and then of course what we're going to do is we're going to drag the alpha file into the node window, and we're going to connect this square here, hold your left click down and drag it over to the triangle over here and let it go, and that'll make the connection here. Then we right click over here in this area, select add alpha output, and then left click, hold it down, and then drag this over to the square. And now that has created a transparent background for that particular video. Now we're going to go to the next video here and then do the same thing. Alpha channel over here. Left click, drag it over to this triangle. Right click in this section. Add alpha output. Drag it over to the square. And now we have another transparent background. Of course, we don't see anything in the background because we haven't put anything in the timeline. So let's get over there. Right click on media pool area, import media, and then find a picture that you want to put in. I'm going to add one of my work pics here. Let's just choose a random one, something that's decent, and let's just go with that. All right, then what we're going to do is drag that also onto the timeline. Now, of course, I made a mistake. You want to have that as the bottom layer. So what we'll do is we'll drag these 2. Let's just move this up 1. And then this one up 1, and then drag that to the bottom. And of course, now we have the background. See how easy that was? It was instant. And my favorite part about this, and let me just get this where it needs to be, excuse me, and drag that over. Okay, so this is the exciting part about all this. Look at how nice and clean it is around her. I'm going to press play.
Hi. My name is Tara and I am your new MiClone avatar.
Okay, you can see how crystal clean that is. No green tinge whatsoever. This is the wonderful part about the alpha channel option. So I highly encourage you to learn how to use your software in order to do that if you don't know how to do it. And if you know how to do it, I'm sure you're just as excited as I am. All right, so now that we have that in place, we're not going to do the lip sync yet. I'm going to show you how to move her wherever you want in the video canvas. All right, so the first thing we want to do, give ourselves some room here. First thing we want to do is click on one of the videos, And over here you'll see a resize tool. It's also a crop tool. And what we want to do now, this particular layer, when we left click, hold it down and move her over to the right, we could actually move her anywhere we want on the video canvas. It's pretty cool. All right, so we're going to place her where we want her. Okay, so we want her to the right, to the left. In this particular case, I'll put it to the right just a bit. Okay, and there we have her. Now you notice we have two files, obviously. We have the lips on and the lips off, as you can see.
Story will be used in any of your marketing videos to...
Okay, we of course want to have the lips off behind her. How do we do that? Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go down here and click on that particular layer. Now let's go back to the first layer. First and foremost, we have to make sure we know where the position is, the X and Y position. Okay, we're going to start with the X position. We left click in that window twice so that it's highlighted. Right click and then copy. Then we're going to go down to the second layer, go into that window, double click, and then enter the coordinates. And then we're going to select enter, and that's going to move it right in place. Notice we still have to go up and down here. So we're going to go back to the other layer, click on that, double click in the Y, copy that, go down to the second layer, go back into the Y window, and then paste in our number and then enter. Now she's perfectly aligned, and we'll get rid of the tool there and press play.
Promote your products or services. I can be lip synced to any voice.
Okay, so she's ready to go. It's really that simple. Did not fight with green screen at all. This is my favorite new way of doing this. All right, so in the next video tutorial, we're going to get into how to lip sync her.